Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on Colourpop's new Bare Necessities eyeshadow palette. This is a 30 pan eyeshadow palette, so it's just as big as the Kathleen Lights So Jaded palette. And then I'm also going to be showing you guys their new brush collection that they just came out with. I love this kind of like nude blush pink color that they did this in. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into doing this look right here with the palette and the brushes. Okay, so we're gonna get started, but I'm letting y'all know now the inner part of my eyelids are really dry. My skin has been feeling like alligator skin around my mouth, on my eyelids. I don't know, I'm gonna have to come up with a new skincare routine that's gonna take care of my dry areas and my oily areas. Y'all with combination skin, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it because I don't know what to do for my skin right now. Y'all are some strong individuals because I really don't know what to do for my skin. I've never been combination. I've always been just straight up oily everywhere. And this Arizona climate has changed my skin so fucking much. Okay. I don't even think my makeup looks good right now. It's just so fucked up. So getting started, I'm gonna go into the palette, into the shade Complicated right here. And I'm taking that on the biggest blending brush inside of the brush set, and it's the E15. It looks like that. So I'm just gonna throw Complicated all into my crease. I'll probably put it on my outer corner and my outer lid as well, depending on how pigmented it is. It's pretty pigmented. So I already knew that these brushes were gonna be a go because I've used their eye brushes before and one of their face brushes during the summertime. I forgot what collection it was that came out where they had brushes included, but I bought the set of brushes and it included some blending eye brushes, flat shader brush, and some other brushes, and it was really nice. It was a really nice set, and the brushes, I still use them to this day, so I just knew this brush set was going to be good. Okay, so now that I have that color laid down, I'm going to take the E16, which is the brush right next to it, and it's kind of like a flat taper type blending brush. And I'm actually going to go into this shade down here called Tabloid, and I'm going to use that to kind of deepen up my crease, put it on the outer corner and into my crease. So I kind of knew going into this palette that a lot of these shades were going to pull cool toned on me, on darker skin tone period. I kind of already knew that. I'm going back in with the first brush and I'm just blending those colors together. Because, I mean, there are warm shades in this palette, but I feel like the majority of the shades in here are cool, more neutral cool than they are neutral warm, which is something a lot of people have been asking for. A lot of people have been wanting to see more neutrals instead of like straight warm tones. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna do a cut crease, and I'm just gonna use, I'm gonna use a brush that I know works for my cut creases. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my cut crease and I'll be right back. So I didn't do a super high cut crease today. I wanted it to kind of be somewhat natural. So I'm just gonna take the shade Tease Me right here and I'm gonna set that down using the E18 brush. And I know that this is like a peachy type shade, but I just want to set that down. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back on my outer corner with that shade Tabloid. I'm actually gonna mix in Tabloid and Complicated together just to finesse my outer lid a little bit. For my lid, I'm gonna take the E3 brush, which is just a flat shader brush like this, and I kind of want to do a mix of Silk Teddy and the Talk. I know everyone has used Silk Teddy, but it really is the color that your eye is drawn to as soon as you open up this palette. So I don't know, I gotta use it, or maybe I should use Designer Duds. I don't know what to use. I think I'm just gonna go with Silk Teddy and the Talk. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the Talk first, and I'm gonna put that on the outer part of my lid and down onto the front bottom half of my lid. I hope you guys can see what I mean when I say that, down to the front bottom half. And then I'm gonna flip the brush over and I'm gonna take Silk Teddy and put it on the top half of the cut crease, going into the Talk. So it's kind of like an ombre lid. Okay, y'all, so to finish up my eyes, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on the top. So I'm gonna take the E19 brush and that first initial shade, Complicated, and I'm just going to run that underneath my lower lash line. Then using the E21, I'm gonna take Tabloid and press that closer to my lash line without getting eyeshadow in my eye. Jesus. And then just go back with the first brush and buff it out. Okay, so what I didn't tell you guys is I did add a slight bit of highlight to the inner corners of my eyes, and I just used a mix of these two shades right here. And if you guys are wondering why I'm missing a shadow from right here, I'm going to explain that to you guys in just a second. So this is the completed look. I do like the way that this look turned out. I am happy with it overall. The brush set is just so nice. I used a good amount of brushes, as you guys can see which ones are dirty. I did use a pretty good amount of the brushes, and like I said, I already knew that these brushes were going to be pretty good because Colourpop's brushes, I've used them before and they were nice, they were good, they did the job. So yeah, the brush roll is totally worth it. I don't know if the price has gone up now, but when I bought it, it was $30, which I think is a steal for all of these brushes. They're really nice. I really like the blush pink and rose gold type detailing. They just look really, really elegant. I am afraid that the brush roll is going to get super dirty because just from me laying it on my vanity, which I haven't cleaned just yet, it does have some spots on it from just laying it on my vanity. So I'm afraid of how it's gonna look once it's actually like put to use, and you know, I'm moving it around in my room and in my collection and things like that. So that's the only thing that I'm really worried about. As for the eyeshadow palette, let's talk about this eyeshadow palette. Okay, you guys, I don't know, I felt like I had to adjust my lighting because I felt like I was looking really warm. But for the eyeshadow palette, so like I said, I already kind of knew going into this that these colors would pull a little bit more neutral, cool toned on me, because this palette kind of reminds me a lot of the Going Coconuts palette, where they didn't want to put a bunch of warm tones in it. They wanted it to be more of a neutral type palette, and just on darker skin tones, neutral colors can pull more cool tones. So I already knew that going into this palette. With that being said though, this is still Colourpop's top-notch quality. The shadows blend out effortlessly, blend out amazingly. The pigmentation is there for these shimmer and metallic shades. They are outstanding. As always, Colourpop's immaculate quality, it never ceases to amaze me. their eyeshadows are just really, really good for the price that they are. Again, I don't know if this palette has gone up in price since I bought it, but it was $30 when I purchased it. So yeah, it was super cheap. What I myself am going to do, because I don't feel like this would be a palette that I would dip into every day for my specific needs. I am definitely more of a cool tone. I am definitely more of a warm tone girl, regardless of whether I'm doing an everyday look, a going out look, whatever. It doesn't matter. I am more of a cool tone girl, period. So as we all know, or if you don't know, you're about to find out, Colourpop's palettes are all magnetic, and you can remove the shadows and switch them around, rearrange them however you want with other palettes as well. So what I myself am going to do, I'm going to take other palettes from Colourpop that I have, and I am going to rearrange the shades in this palette and create my own Bare Necessities eyeshadow palette that would be more suited for my skin tone. I have so many Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, especially these like little 12 pan palettes. I have so many of these that I could really go ahead and, you know, switch the colors around in here and just make a palette that would be more suited for me. If you have their singles, which look like this, these singles will not fit inside of this palette because the single eyeshadows are a little bit bigger than the ones that come in their pre-made eyeshadow palette. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna just rearrange this to make it my perfect palette so that if I want to take it traveling with me, it has everything in it that I would want and need, and I'm gonna be happy with it because I bought this with my own money, and you know, I just want it to be what's perfect for me. So that is what I'm gonna do. But if you feel like these colors would work for you and your skin tone, or you like cool tones, you like neutrals, then this palette would definitely be a good one for you to pick up, because like I said, the quality is still there. This is still Colourpop's, you know, really good quality. So that is it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions of the Colourpop Bare Necessities eyeshadow palette and their new brush set. So thank you guys so much for watching as always. If you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. If you're new, you should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you are notified every single time that I upload a video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.